This was Carl Tundo's approach to a jump, taking it on the right. Alistair Kavanagh went slightly left, lifting off, giving the suspension some exercise. Tejveer's approach was the extreme left, and it could have been disastrous. Other newcomers to the sport were Manveer Barian and Shamir Yusuf, who took Kavanagh's line. They were in ninth with plenty in reserve, but this was only their third event and will undoubtedly be strong contenders when they get more rallies under their belt.
It's just to try and get as many finishes as possible and, achieve good timings. Every rally we learn a little more, so it's getting better.
To add spice to the competition, Fly 540 had contributed a prize fund to be split between every stage winner. Don Smith, the CEO, was driving car number 31, navigated by Bob Kaugi. Having lost the intercom, they were down to hand signals, but were still quick enough to be placed 10th. With 4 stages remaining and 60 kilometers of competitive motoring, Carl Tundo's lead of nearly 1.5 minutes would be impossible to catch. Ian Duncan looked to be safe in second, but third place was still undecided between the following 3. KCB continue to be the title sponsors for the 8th consecutive year, giving invaluable support that has seen the sport develop to the high profile it enjoys today.
The rally platform has given us excellent visibility over the years as a platform for creating awareness of our brand, our various products. So it's certainly something that we do value at KCB, and we continue to sponsor.
Highway Communications also continue to be staunch supporters of the series, providing the connectivity services that enable instant results and live web reports no matter how remote the rallies are.
When you look at the rallying, you have got aspects of precision, you've got issues of time and speed. So when we apply our satellite technology to rallying, we are excited because the two merge, and we can do that in the most remote of places.
Out on the route, the 4 oldies battling it out for the Classic Car Cup was spread through the field, each in contention but in their own time bubbles. The early leader and clear favourites were Ian Freestone and Imran Khan in a Mark II Escort. They were well inside the top 10 when the balls holding the front left strut broke, forcing them to coast to a halt and out of the event.
I've got a suspension problem, so we're not going anywhere. Yeah, we need a bolt. Have you got a bolt?
Samit Gelot and Asit Patel had not rallied their Mark I Escort for so long that both the crew and the car were feeling the strain. They made it round the course to finish 3rd in the category after puncturing and breaking a rim.
Just before the spectator stage, she refused to start, but I think she was just annoyed after 10 months we hadn't cranked her up, so she was being a bit temperamental. She was okay though, got us home.
The defending Classic Car Cup champions are Aslam and Arshad Khan, who are not only regular competitors but contribute substantially to the sport through the provision of the Safety and Rescue airless helicopter, which is on standby at each event.
But there always can be an incident, and I think it's very important to have a chopper around and with a doctor to be able to get to the scene a lot more quickly. Even if I wasn't rallying myself, I would still sponsor a chopper for safety reasons.
Aslam had also received the highest accolade of the previous season, voted the Motor Sportsman of the Year.
I was quite surprised by the nomination, but I'm really thrilled about it, and it's a great honor.
Aslam competes more for the enjoyment than anything else, and the rewards are secondary. The early leader and clear favourites were Ian Freestone and Imran Khan in a Mark II Escort. They were well inside the top 10 when the ball holding the front left strut broke, forcing them to coast to a halt and out of the event. The this event, Keith Henry was in the navigator's seat, and the Porsche never missed a beat, taking them to second in the category. Winning the classic class by a margin of 9 minutes was the Mark II Escort of Jonathan Soman and Rue Heckel. Although the rally was a lot shorter than the 4,000-kilometer East African Safari Classic, the last event they competed in, they found this one every bit as challenging.
We looked at 10, 11-kilometer sections and thought, oh, these are very short. But actually, we're very tired at the end today. It was hard work. It was hard work. Lots of tight, twisty stuff, and definitely hard work.
The rally was also round one of the highly competitive two-wheel drive championship. And following a change in the rules, they would be competing over the whole length of each rally. The defending champion James Karimi gave us his thoughts.
I welcome the changes. Yeah, it's been boring doing 60 kilometers. The strategy is different, bearing in mind that the distance is increased almost 2 times.
James, together with the regular navigator Kimeli Korir, were once again the favourites to win, but they were up against the 2010 champions Leonardo Varese and Kigondo Karevi. 2 Toyota Vitzes were having a debut outing, but they were never going to be competitive against the VWs on such a technical event. Sammy and Stephen Yori got theirs to the finish in 5th, 1 minute ahead of ex-navigator Victor Okundi, who was having a go at driving for the first time. Together with Mutuma Marimba, they finished 6th. The Toyota Conquest, driven by Dalby Pethi and John Guge, also made it to the end in 7th, after a consistent and problem-free run. Up at the front, and as expected, it was a race between the 2 VW Golfs. Neither had the edge, and by the halfway point, James Karimi and Kimeli Korir were winning by 13 seconds. But when the exhaust manifold gave way on stage 4, they handed the lead to Leonardo Varese and Kigondo Karevi.